No Man's Sky Next Generation is the new update coming any second now, and we already have patch notes, as well as a trailer. Just 2 days after the Halloween update was released, we have an update to bring No Man's Sky to the next generation consoles with massively improved graphics and performance. Whichever platform you use, there is something in here for you. So let's go through it all. No Man's Sky is now compatible with PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Save games can be transferred from previous console generations to their next generation equivalent. This is massive and really good. People were hoping for this, and of course we kind of almost expected it, but to get confirmation is really good. So people with, well, anything from like 1 hour to like 10,000 plus, and there are people who have more than 10,000 hours in this game, will not lose their saves, they'll keep their progress, which is great and almost required. PSVR owners can continue to experience No Man's Sky in virtual reality on PS5 via the backwards compatibility function. Oh yes, I did double check this, and just because I was curious about the PSVR because it was mentioned in the original tweet. But for those unsure, if you own PSVR, you can use it on the PS5, it works, and No Man's Sky will work with that as well. PlayStation 5 users can use the activities feature to track and manage their journey milestones. I should really learn about the activities feature to know what that means. PlayStation 5 users now experience feedback directly through the triggers of their pad. This is on about the PS5 haptics, which I did a quick look up on, and it's like it talks about resistance and stuff, so like almost as if when you're walking over rough terrain you can feel it, which is crazy and awesome. Added support for Tempest 3D audio tech on PlayStation 5. I'm guessing that's what they meant by improved audio. Awesome. Next, for the visual enhancements. Rendering quality has been significantly increased for next generation consoles. Hells yeah. Based complexity rendering limits have been removed for next generation consoles. For next generation consoles and PCs running on ultra settings, the distance at which detailed grass, plants, rocks and other objects are shown has increased. This to me is major. I'm super happy about this because that really does break immersion and kind of puts a damper on the whole thing, where you just look over and like a hill not that far away doesn't really have anything on it until you get closer. So that's really cool. Also, for next generation consoles and PCs running on ultra settings, the density of terrain details such as foliage, fungi and rocks has been increased. We can see that in the trailer. It looks amazing and is fantastic and awesome. Texture and geometric detail on a larger number of objects such as foliage, fungi and rocks has been significantly increased. More awesome. Improved the visual effect of grass being pushed aside when walking through it. Okay, that's cool. I wonder if we still just appear to be just walking through it literally, because even though it does move, it still looks like we're just walking through plants. Which I understand, it's like it would be a ridiculous strain on resources and processing to be able to actually move them perfectly with us. But improved is definitely cool, and I look forward to seeing how it works. Fixed an issue that caused the water horizon to appear bumpy. I always assumed that was because the water wasn't rendered properly, so we kind of see underneath. So we basically saw the sea floor on the horizon, which might be the case, but apparently that's fixed. Fixed an issue that could occasionally cause grass to fail to render. Well, that's good because there were a few like that, so I'm hoping, like when you're sometimes in camera mode and it doesn't render right in front of you and it kind of ruins the shot, so I'm hoping that is fixed. Sounds like it. Fixed an issue that caused butterfly bellies to be unintentionally always white. That is great. And silly, but awesome. Fixed an issue that caused planetary lighting to change after opening and closing photo mode. I had assumed that lighting change was due to it not really pausing the game, or the game, so when you enter exit photo mode it kind of catches up to where you would have been if you'd spent that time out of photo mode, but maybe that's different, or maybe they're just talking about a different thing. Fixed an issue that could cause foliage to disappear when moving the camera in photo mode. Here we go, that's the one. That's awesome, I'm glad to fix that. That is fantastic. Thank you HG, I really appreciate that one. refreshed a set of community images on the mode select screen. That's cool, so they're going to basically swap them out every so often for other community images. That's a really cool idea. That's very cool, HD, nice one. Updated the style of the hazard protection icons on the HUD. It's always nice to have a little change every so often. Updated the style of the icons displayed by mission notifications and markers. Fixed a number of rendering related crashes on PS4. Fixed an issue that could cause very large saves to fail to load on PC. Optimised terrain generation on Xbox One. Introduced a significant number of performance optimizations for all platforms. Well, that is music to my ears. To be honest, that it says little and a lot at the same time. We've got no details, but just optimizations of any kind for performance and such, always good, so that's good. Improved the feel of space combat. Target locking has been improved and enemy ships are now more visible with cleaner UI. That's actually really cool, I'm looking forward to trying that out. The camera shake caused by grassy hazardous flora has been reduced. That is actually really nice, thank you, because that was just, it had basically just got really annoying. The camera shake when shooting nearby objects has been reduced. Swish. Hover text has been added to banner emblems in the appearance customizer. On PS4 and Xbox One, when adding a No Man's Sky friend who is playing on the same platform, players are now also presented with the option to add them as a PSN or Xbox friend. Now some miscellaneous bug fixes. Fixed the rare blocker where some players on older saves would be unable to progress in the Atlas path. Well, that's good. That's a pretty big one, really. Fixed some rare cases where multiplayer sessions could fail to resume correctly after suspending the game on Xbox One. Fixed an issue that could cause a blank galactic map when joining a multiplayer game while the host was mid-warp. That's a specific one. Fixed an issue where NPC pilots landing on planets could disappear for some players in a multiplayer game. Fixed an issue that could cause players to load into the wrong system when joining a multiplayer game while the host was on the other side of a portal. That's actually quite a big one. I assume it used to occur because of portal interference, and I guess now there's no portal interference, there's no need for that to occur, because essentially if you're through a portal and someone joins your game, they will join in the system where you portaled from, because that would be classed as your primary system. So it appears as though they've made it so now they'll join you in the system that you portaled to, which is really good. Fixed an issue that could prevent players from redeeming the pre-order bonus if it was installed while the game was running in the background. Improved the alignment of the camera when interacting with damaged containers. Fixed an issue that could cause ships docking in a space station to have incorrect collision. I'm curious what that means, but hopefully it just won't look so janky when they land sometimes. Improved the collision of doors on bases, making them easier to walk through. Fixed an issue that prevented base decals from being deletable after placement. They kind of were deletable, but you had to put a pill light on them, then delete the light, which would also then delete the decal. But yeah, it was really annoying otherwise, just to get rid of them sometimes. Fixed an issue that could cause multiple mission notifications to display simultaneously and overlap. Fixed a rare case where the tutorial notifications would constantly flicker when starting a new game. Fixed a rare issue that could cause inactive missions to progress when using the multi-tool scanner. Fixed a number of incorrect text responses in NPC interactions. And that is your lot for the notes, good people. I hope there's stuff in there, basically there's got to be stuff in there that you are happy about. This, even if you aren't upgrading to a PS5 or anything and are just sticking with your PS4 or Xbox One, this still has stuff for you with the quality of life, the performance and stability in general, miscellaneous bug fixes. There's loads of stuff in here which is pretty damn awesome, and I hope it is good news for you. If you haven't yet, subscribe to keep in the loop on all things No Man's Sky, with Let's Plays, live streams, guides and more. Thank you to all my patrons and X-Men who allow me to do this by supporting the channel. It is very much appreciated, and these awesome people are on screen now. If you would like to join them and help support Xaine, we have a Patreon, YouTube memberships, as well as a Teespring merch store. You can find it all in the pinned comment below, along with links to Discord and the website. Thanks for watching, folks, and have an amazing day.